All right, guys. Welcome to the MacWhoadie podcast. My name is Cordell McDonald.
My name is Joshua Okweza.
This is my partner, Josh. We're here. We're just going to talk about a few things. This is the birth of the MacWhoadie podcast, first episode, so it's the first time y'all hearing this. We're just going to do a little 2020 recap.
2020 recap, man.
Talk about the birth of this podcast. It's been a crazy year for everyone. Everyone knows it's going to go down in history books, so they say. I mean, we'll see in 10 years if they're really teaching it in schools.
But I think before the year even kind of started, we kind of teased this idea of starting a podcast.
I was going to talk to you about that. Like, when were we doing those Instagram lives?
Man, we started those Instagram lives. It may have been the first month of 2020. Yeah.
So I know it was before March, but I don't know if it was in 2019.
We did one on Valentine's Day that weekend.
We did. So yeah, it was right about. So it was right around the start of the year. That we started this idea of trying to have
a
podcast, our show, something we could just.
We wanted to start on Instagram Live, but you thought the audio would be more.
Well, no, I just wanted more platforms.
Right.
And hopefully with this, you're hearing us on multiple platforms.
Right.
Be sure to go watch us on all. Like and subscribe, whatever it is. Give us a follow. Share a comment.
But yeah, we were teasing the idea of starting a podcast, and we wanted to name it MacWhoadie. It was just like an idea, but we never really pushed it because this year was kind of like the doom.
Yeah, threw everything out of whack.
So before March, man, how are you feeling about the year?
Dude, I was in school at the time.
In school.
So like, yeah, I was in law school. I was finishing my first year of law school.
Okay.
And so at the time, like, I was pretty stressed.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of stuff on my plate. And, March was about the time time break was about to hit. And before spring break, I had this big memo, this big brief, actually, that I had to turn in. And after I turned it in, I was done with that class.
Mm-hmm.
And, the whole time, through school was going on, I had this other professor. He's been talking about the coronavirus. Over in China, and we're all kind of joking. If somebody sneezes or cough, we're like, "Oh, you got corona," it's just kind of a joke. And then our property professor just talking about how he's already stocking up and preparing, and he's like, "Y'all think I'm crazy? No, y'all are gonna see, like this could be the end of it."
I think he saw the future.
And he's like, "This could be the end of us all." And then, comes March, about the time I'm about to turn that paper in, and it's like. No more school or no more class time on campus. So before March, I was stressed. And then when the quarantine and pandemic first hit, I was like relieved. I was just like, thank you. Like some time, things kind of slowed down.
Okay. So before March, man, I started my last semester of undergrad. My last semester. So I thought it was going to be a good semester. I had an easy schedule. Wasn't too bad. Work was going well. So around March was, you're right, spring break time. And we got news that school was pretty much canceled for the rest of the semester. So no more in class. It was all pushed to online. Mm-hmm. So, and during the whole quarantine, man, I wasn't really stressed, but I kind of had too much downtime,
Yeah.
Because I was used to working out, going to the gym. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do those things anymore because obviously the gym was kind of one of the first things that closed.
Yes, I think a lot of people felt the same way. I think me and you just took it differently. Like I had all this new downtime, and I was like, thank goodness, like things slowed down.
You wanted the downtime,
and you were like, you're just such a go-getter. You were just like, no, I can't sit at home. I got to put some work in.
Right.
But so you said you were in school. I was curious, how did your school treat the grading for that?
Like grading?
Yeah. Did you guys still receive letter grades as normal for that semester?
Yes, we still received letter grades.
See, my school turned it to pass or fail.
Pass or fail, really?
Yeah. So at that moment in time, I was like, well, I know I'm going to pass my classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, after March, things got easy for me. Hindsight now, I wish I had a chance to improve my GPA. And,
right.
Really showcase my skills. But in the moment, I was just like, quarantine is nice.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying the downtime.
I would admit the quarantine was nice because it gave you an excuse to sit at home and do nothing.
Yes. Made everyone a bit more introverted.
And
maybe more comfortable being alone. Some people probably have.
I was comfortable being alone, but I caught myself eating too many cookies and gaining weight. Gaining weight, man.
Dude, yeah, I feel like a lot of people gained weight. I don't know if I did, but I'm pretty sure I did as well.
I know I did. I did.
Yeah.
I was eating way too many cookies. So like around summertime, like I guess everything started becoming. This was the new normal.
The new normal.
The new normal.
Still is the new normal.
Still is the new normal, but it was like
how long was it?
New. So around summertime, man, I was actually a part of a wedding. One of my buddies from high school, shout out to Daniel Parham. He got married to his high school sweetheart pretty much. And I was a part of that wedding. Heck of an experience. I enjoyed it. So my summer was okay, I guess. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. The quarantine summer was different, but like I was still enjoying my downtime, probably through June, July.
Mm-hmm.
Laying in the backyard trying to get a tan, just trying to live it up as much as I could.
Right.
And then gets to August, and I realized I'm about to have to go back to school, and that's when I kind of got nervous. It was like, how is it going to be actually functioning and living in this new normal?
Exactly.
I'd been on vacation for 2 months, so I was enjoying it. Now I'm nervous. I'm getting thrown into it late just because my responsibilities came back later. But
so after summer, it's fall. We're still in this. So from September to now, my experience with the whole 2020, I guess, is like I've been kind of ready for 2021. I'm one of those. It's like I'm over 2020, New Year. This maybe something will be different.
So, I mean,
I'm hoping that the COVID cases eventually keep dropping and things get a little better with that. But I don't know because I hear new information every day that makes me have a whole nother perspective on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the vaccine's out there. We'll see how the vaccine, transitions over when mass people start using it. But how would you describe your feeling, when you get towards the last quarter of the year? After you finish 3 quarters of the year, how are you feeling at that point in time?
Man, I just look back at the year, like start to like the start till then. And I just look back on what all I accomplished, and I graduated in 2020.
Congratulations.
I started grad school in 2020.
Congratulations.
I got a promotion in 2020. So my 2020 hasn't been bad. Like I can't really complain about 2020, but I guess I would change the circumstances and what happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm. But so then what were you looking for to change in 2021?
Honestly, the whole coronavirus. I'm just ready.
You're just wanting tired of wearing masks. Want to shake hands. Want to give hugs.
Yes, I want to do the things that I was accustomed to.
Tired of the social distancing. Ready for the social.
I wouldn't say that because I don't really like people that much. So
oh man,
social distance is not a problem with me. But yeah, I'm ready for the old world to come back.
Yeah. Well,
so we talk about quarantine. What are some of the things that kept you busy during the whole quarantine? What did you do with your downtime? Some things you were used to doing, or you caught yourself doing during quarantine?
I mean, for a while I was getting more into HIIT cardio for a little bit.
Okay.
Once I finished school, I was chilling, and so I was doing some HIIT cardio. Had my jump rope. Was messing around with that a little bit, and I was just playing games. I was chilling for when quarantine first hit in the summer. But then when I went back to school, I was like, okay, it's time to get back to the real world. So I was like, I'm just going to go sober for the month. So I quit drinking, and I'm not an alcoholic by any means. I'm not a big drinker, but I was like, I drink from time to time. So I was like, I'll just go sober this month to get back focused. So I went sober the whole month of August. My birthday was in August, so I didn't drink on my birthday either.
Wow, congratulations.
You should not congratulate me.
That's hard for some people to do.
I refuse to accept your congratulations.
Well, I will uncongratulate you then.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But so yeah, then I'm thinking that will get me, on the right track and just doing the right things I need to do for school. But I learned quick, it was tough just being at home.
Yeah,
it was tough trying to be at home and force yourself to do the things you need to do.
Right.
Try to be
pretty
the best person you can be. Yeah, I mean, a lot of school is teaching yourself once you pass. I mean, honestly, probably in high school too. I wasn't aware of it. But in college, I was pretty conscious of the fact that I got to teach myself.
Right.
The school was just showing me the information. I have to learn the
But
information.
now they're not showing it to you. It's like all on your computer.
They, I don't know. Well, in my school, it's a little different. They, we do the readings, and then the professor really kind of analyzes what we read and talks about, different things and how precedent set.
Well, yeah, man, I struggle with the downtime, but one thing I did do during the quarantine is like I started watching podcasts, and I started watching the All the Smoke podcast with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. That was kind of my thing. Like they would post new episodes almost every day. Like, that's something I look forward to when I had finished my work for the day, got off work, and pretty much watched the All the Smoke podcast. So I got a big on that.
Yeah, and I mean, I watched several different podcasts in my downtime as well. And a lot of times, being home alone, it's like turn the podcast on. It's kind of like somebody else is there.
Right.
You have something to talk to. You're not just sitting there in dead silence. Because there's some days during quarantine where I realize, it's probably 3:00 and I don't even know if I've said a word. I don't know if I've heard anything.
Exactly.
So
seen anyone.
I definitely haven't seen anyone.
Yeah.
Definitely haven't seen anyone. Maybe somebody walking their dog outside. If I went for a walk that day, maybe I saw someone passing the walk. But very little communication with anyone. And at times it could get depressing. Like I felt like I was losing some motivation in school.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I feel like I just wasn't doing my best. I was still doing fine, but I wasn't doing my best. And I had no excuse not to. I was just coasting. Quarantine had me down. Had the home blues.
It did, man.
Some people get homesick. I had the home blues.
I had the home blues.
But I mean, looking back on it, like, hey, I finished this semester of law school. Halfway done.
Congrats.
Halfway done. Does that make me half a lawyer? I don't think so. But
you're law.
I'm just law. I am the law.
You the law.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But you say you're in law school, man. Like, what made you want to go to law school? I know you may or may not want to talk about that here, but
I mean, it was just a decision. I finished college and I was like, man, I'm just now starting to get good at school.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
Continue your education pretty much.
Yeah, I'm still young. We'll see where life takes me. But
that's kind of my thing.
I think the things I'm learning are going to be useful.
Yeah,
I think I'll be able to apply them at some point in my life.
You can't learn anything bad about law school.
But yeah, so other than like quarantine kind of had me down for a little bit. I mean, since I've finished school, I've been great. I've been up. I've been on a high.
Mm-hmm.
I've been, I feel like I've been being a better me, which I think is important. And maybe it's just the new year.
New year, new me.
But, I didn't come into 2020 with a New Year's resolution. I never do.
Right.
And I guess if I had to make one for this year, it would just be the best me I can be. I might write that down as a mantra somewhere. Treat it like an affirmation.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really do the whole New Year's resolution thing either. But I would say if I were to change something that I'm doing in 2021, it's just focusing more on myself. I feel like we all get caught up focusing on other things and we don't focus on ourselves enough.
Well, what do you think? What gets in the way of that? Anything? You think we just make a lot of excuses for ourselves?
We make a lot of excuses for ourselves. I definitely do. I'm one of those.
Yeah. Sometimes you really just got to talk to yourself and tell yourself, hey, you're being a sissy. Get your stuff together.
You're right.
So, yeah. I mean, that's the things we struggle with. And we struggle with just lack of motivation. We just, find any reason not to do something. Like today I went for a run, and as soon as I started running, it started sprinkling on me. And I was like, oh, maybe I should just,
go back home and not do it.
I was going to just run and do like a couple of laps around this neighborhood, really, and then go back. And, I got to where that neighborhood I would turn off to, and I was like, you're just being a sissy.
Yeah.
Just keep moving. I don't care if your knee hurts. Just keep going. And he got the run done. So, I mean, looking back on the year, we're about to enter 2021. Other than the MacWhoadie podcast, what's something in your personal life that you feel like you've learned about and you're taking into 2021 that you're looking forward to applying in 2021?
Before 2020, I wasn't a runner. I think I have developed running skills in 2020. And I'm going to take those in 2021 where I can compete in the 5K or half marathon. So those are personal goals that I want to achieve in 2021. And I feel like me running in 2020 will help me with those goals in 2021.
I mean, yeah, obviously. running, yeah, definitely. You got to run.
Running isn't for everybody, and it wasn't for me until I made myself do it.
There's no way to get better at it unless you do it.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. People look for anything to get out of.
My knees are bad. I can't run.
Yeah.
Oh, I have this. No, just go do it.
You just got to go do it. Nike said it best. Man, I think we might should just set it in stone right here that in the year 2021, me and you will both run a half marathon. The MacWhoadies will have ran a marathon in 2 halves.
Okay, today is December 30th.
Oh, wow, 2021 is right around the corner.
We're running a marathon in 2021.
And those are the things that get established. We'll give y'all updates on how that goes, but those are the things that get established on the MacWhoadie podcast. Hey, if you listen to this, you listen to the whole thing, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate your support.
Yeah.
And make sure you leave a comment, like it, share it with a friend, listen to it when you're on a long trip. If you didn't like it, tell us about it. I'd love to hear. Yeah, we want to know what you think. It's all about y'all. All right, guys. We're the MacWhoadies. Talk to you later. Peace.